Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. My name is Kat with Cats and Lemons, and I'm here to share with you what my first trimester was like. I am currently pregnant with baby number 2. I'm having a girl, spoiler alert. And right now I'm 19.5 weeks pregnant, so I'm doing this a little bit later, but I thought better late than never to document part of my journey. I was extremely tired in my first trimester, which is very normal, but I just did not have the motivation or just the energy to make videos. But I'm just gonna jump right into it. There's not a whole lot, but I did take some notes looking at my planner, because I do memory keep in my planner. I was so excited to get this planner. I waited a whole month for it to arrive, and then I got pregnant and I had no motivation to actually be in the planner. So I was like, oh, so excited. I don't know if you can see it. I was like so excited. So excited. And then for like months it's like nothing. But I'm starting to go back and remember what I did and look at my pictures. But anyway, that's not even a part of this. I found out that I was pregnant on September 29th, 2021. I was 3 weeks and 6 days, so right before I turned 4 weeks. We had just come back from a trip, so I just like a day trip, like it was like an overnighter, and so I wasn't even really expecting that I would be positive, but I took a test in the morning and put it down and forgot about it, and I walked past it and I was like, that says positive. And Preston and I had just woken up, so we're walking to the bathroom and walking to the closet to grab our clothes and whatever, and he was like, what? And he's like, no, what are you saying? And I was like, no, I he was just so tired, and I had just woken up, and he was like, what? He's like, no, you said that you didn't think you were gonna be pregnant this month. And I was like, oh well, I am. And we're just in such shock. We did not think that we were gonna be pregnant in the month of September, but we were, so we were really excited. The day after that, I actually got sick, and not Logan got sick when she was in Minnesota, and she came back and had a cold, and then I had a really bad cold, or I don't think it was the flu, I think it was a cold, and it wasn't COVID. But because of my symptoms, I was not able to go to work for almost a whole week. It was so bad, and because I'm pregnant and I was so newly pregnant, I could not take any medicine, or they say you can, but I was not even 4 weeks, so I was like, I don't want to take any medicine. I found out I was pregnant, and that day I went to work and I told my boss I work at Target, so there's team leads and ETLs and whatever, so I told 2 of my team leads and 1 of my ETLs, and we were all really excited, and they were so sweet, and I could not wait to tell them. But they were really supportive, and one of my team leads that I told worked with me before, and I worked with him again, and he was so supportive throughout my first pregnancy, because his wife was also pregnant, and so was our co-leader. So we it was just fun to experience that again with them. Let's see, I was out for a whole week, and then as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I was so tired for the whole first trimester and a little bit into the second trimester. And that was my main symptom with Logan as well. I had no morning sickness. Well, okay, I was kind of nauseous, but I did not throw up at all. And not your normal morning sickness. I was just kind of nauseous all day, but not to the point where I was couldn't eat. I was just tired. I just slept. I slept through a lot of it, and Preston was really good and helped me a lot with Logan, and just playing with her and making sure that she was cared for, and felt like she had someone was paying attention to her. Let's see, so I tested positive on September 29th. On the 5th of October, I went to my primary care doctor, and I got a positive test because I needed a referral to go see an OB, and I needed a test, a positive test with them first to confirm my pregnancy. On the 15th, so 10 days later, after I needed to get paperwork to the doctor's office, I went and I saw my OB for the first time. I had not met her, but she was recommended by my primary care doctor, and I really like her. I also like that she's a part of a large network of hospitals on the other island that I'm very familiar with and I love, because one of them is Hawaii's children and women's hospitals. That's like phenomenal, and I've been a patient at a lot of the hospitals that she's like, her office is a part of, and I love them. I was like sick as a kid, so I was like in and out of the hospitals on the other island. At that appointment, we actually had our first ultrasound, which we were not like expecting at all, which was really fun. Logan was there, and Preston and I were just like, there's like a sense of relief, like, okay, like there's a baby, you know. It's scary, like it's really scary. And he was like telling my best friend who he works with, like, oh yeah, every time we get an ultrasound, it's like, oh my god, there's a baby there. It's scary, like it's really scary. And she just like didn't really like, and it's not her fault, but like, you know, she just like was like, oh, why would you think that? That's so morbid. But it's like, oh, so much can go wrong, and so much can still go wrong, that it's like every time we have an ultrasound or hear the heartbeat, it's like, and now I'm feeling movements, like, so every time there's a movement, I'm like, okay, everything's okay, we're fine. But yeah, so that was the day after my daughter turned 3, the day after her birthday. And so 2 days after I found out, I told my sister, which was fun. And like, I think a week after that, within the first week, I told my like Hanai mom, like my other mom, my second mom. Shortly after that, told my dad, and then we all told my mom. And my mom was like, oh, you're lying. Like, she just was kind of like, no, you're not pregnant, like it's a joke or whatever. And we're like, no. And my dad was like, no, like I know. I know she's pregnant. And he was like, no, she's actually pregnant. And so we were all really excited. My dad was like kind of like a certain way, but he's just like kind of thinking like financially. And I just kind of met Preston like 8 months ago, so you know, but Preston's the love of my life and my soulmate, so it's all okay. Let's see, on the 1st of December, we had another ultrasound at 12 weeks and 6 days. So the day before I started my second trimester, we had an ultrasound and we heard the heartbeat for the first time. Now that was a great appointment. Logan was like super excited and just really happy. Like everyone was just watching her and thought she was the sweetest thing. And they actually let Logan come up and sit next to me. And then they let her like do some of the ultrasound. So that was really nice. And I just love that my doctor's office did that. Preston and I, like, so before that, they had not wanted us to do an ultrasound because I guess with their belief it's not safe for the baby and it's unnecessary to do something like that to the baby. And it's like, my doctor's office before did that with Logan a lot earlier, and I was fine with that. Like if they didn't feel comfortable with it, then I didn't feel comfortable. So right before I turned 13 weeks, we got to hear the heartbeat for the first time, and it was so magical. And it was like, I wanted to cry, and Preston was just like kind of in shock, and just like Preston just loves all of it. And I love that he's so supportive and he wants this with me. And I've never had a partner through, like, I didn't have a partner the first time through my first pregnancy. I was like with somebody, but I didn't have somebody. And so having Preston and dreaming and talking and wishing and just like, it's a whole nother experience that I didn't have. And it's like, I couldn't ask for a better partner in life, and he is my soulmate. He's the best. But yeah, so the first trimester was a lot of me sleeping. Work was hard. I wasn't able to carry a bunch of stuff because I normally carry produce. I carry like 30, 40, 50, 60 pound boxes and bags of produce, and I wasn't able to do that. I also pull like 1,000 pounds worth of potatoes every day, so that was also hard. But I told a lot of people very, very early. This time I did not keep it a secret the way that I did the first time. And I just felt like I wanted to celebrate this. Like, this was something really exciting, and everyone in my life, like if anything happened, you know, like I would share that something happened and it would be okay. But you know, everything is working out so far. So it's been fun to experience this with everybody in my life. I believe to, in my first trimester, I switched departments. So I went from produce to working at the cafe, which is like a Pizza Hut at Target. I do work at Target. So I've been able to work with a new team, and it's been fun, and I'm back with my old team lead, which is great because he's like the best person to have when you're pregnant as your leader. But as much as I felt nauseous and tired my first trimester, it was not as bad as a lot of people. Oh, sorry, one more thing. I am having a girl, but I was convinced, like from the second we found out, convinced beyond a doubt that I was having a boy. I still feel like I am, but I just, everything in me. So we chose the name. We were telling Logan the name. We were just, Preston like thought it too because I was so convinced. And we're not, we're not having a boy, not yet. Hopefully soon, but not yet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So the first trimester was not the most eventful, which is good because a lot of people were like, oh, I was so nauseous and I was throwing up the whole pregnancy. But not me. I was just sleeping. Which is okay. But yeah, so if you guys have any like different like stories or any sort of like different experiences with your first trimester, definitely let me know down below because I just like love hearing about pregnancy and talking to people and experiencing this with other people. But I really appreciate you watching this video. I hope that you guys liked it. I think I might have a video when I was pregnant with Logan for the first trimester. If I do, I'll leave it down below because it's kind of fun to like see the differences. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye guys.